this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to drink it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel away, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Matt Judon there.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd and 8. Here's Wilson to throw. And it's incomplete.
Wilson's pass.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Play action. It's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on 1st down, buying time to his left. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Blair on the tackle.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He can run for it, and he will. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. Thank you, Doctor. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyus Bowser. Able to get him for a loss of about 3. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 43. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Ravens 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
Intercepted.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They go play action now. Jackson, they'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And some room to work. The trotting. There goes
I need to get my swag right there.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, 48 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Forced out to his left. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. After the sack on first down, Wilson. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Husky, Marcus Peters. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
By the Ravens.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
He was 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
2 yards.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. And chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down.
34 yards.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there. And that'll make it third down. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
He was taken down by...
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He may try and run for this. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 2 choke plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Ravens.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. And now Jackson will look to throw it. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions.
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll run it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
The 35-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
14, fight it.
Throwing again. Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up.
Going for Boykin, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with this 3-score deficit and time fading. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
5-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Being chased out left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former Husky Marcus Peters. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up second
and 7 from the 20. That'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Jackson escaping the pressure right, and incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away, but that brings up 4th.
3 and out. 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion.
And the Raven 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 35-yard line.
Jackson's going to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Lamar Jackson sacked.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Seattle.